Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday night. WWE's firing people. New Japan's got people calling folks out, and AEW, I actually know something about it this week. Welcome to the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order. I am Jay, of course. I got my main guys. I don't know how you see them. I'm here with Nate and Pumps, back for some more. Hopefully, producer Shay won't cut us off this week, and we can get through a full show. What's going on, Nate? What's the good word on a Sunday?
What's happening? Yeah, last week we got cut a little short, and it was almost funny because we got cut right after we got finished talking about night one of WrestleMania, and then all of a sudden, people's quote unquote power went out. I'm not gonna say what other shows also sound like power. You know what I mean? Power Rangers. I kind of feel like they feel us gaining some steam, and then all of a sudden we're trying to cut us out on the biggest show of the biggest event of the year. That's just not lost on me. That's not lost on me, is what I'm saying. That's not lost on me. I'm glad that Shay is here. Shay was like Thomas motherfucking Edison. He was like Benjamin Franklin out there with a key and a kite, and he was trying to get us some power back. And it didn't work out. Shit didn't work out, but here we are. Pumps, how are you, sir?
Big reveal!
Yeah!
Mustache. The mustache is gone.
Ugh. I got so many gimmicks. This is awful. Jesus Christ. Okay, we'll do it live. All right.
How does it feel to be 15 pounds lighter?
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't like it. But what can you do?
What can you do, indeed? But we're back. Well, Pumps' mustache is not back, but we're all back, and we're going to talk some wrestling. We'll probably talk a little bit about WrestleMania Night 2 very briefly, just because we didn't get to finish it up, and so we can kind of lead into what the big characters are going to be leading to. We're going to talk about the firings. We'll talk about New Japan and AEW. In honor of me actually knowing something about New Japan this weekend, I only know one thing this week, and I know that your guy, Pumps, the man you've been preaching the gospel of, Will Ospreay, has been calling out Drew McIntyre for a match. Is that something? I know you disdain all things Vince McMahon, but is that a match you'd even want to see?
Absolutely. Anything that would bring more eyes to the product, I'm there. And I believe they've tangled a bunch of times. Maybe at What Culture? I'm probably in DDT. So, I mean, yeah, I'd love to see it again.
Yeah. Wait, Will Ospreay has been calling out Drew McIntyre? Wow.
And I knew that.
Wow. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I let Jay do her thing, and I was like, ooh, she's got this wrong. I can already tell you right now she's got this wrong, and we're gonna have to embarrass her. And she had it right. She had it right.
Yes. I'm intrigued. I have to step beyond my little WWE bubble. I do like WWE products, but there's so much more good wrestling out there, and I have to make a concerted effort in respect and deference to my illustrious host here to at least they watch the WWE stuff, even if they don't want to, but I haven't been watching the other stuff. So I'm going to make a better effort to do that.
It's not easy. And that's the bad thing. It's so hard to watch these products, be it, Impact or Honor Club or it's just so hard. You have to really invest time into it. It's not like you can just hit one button and it's there, which sucks.
Mm-hmm. And I need a smart TV too. So if you guys want to donate to Jay's smart TV fund, so I can Chromecast it. What do you call it when you make it go from your thing to the TV? Well, I want to do that.
You can Chromecast just with I think it's $75 or whatever for that.
I need to get a smart TV. So if y'all folks want to contribute to the Illuminerdi J Smart TV Fund, let me know. But since
Jay deadpan to the camera like.
What else is going on in New Japan, Pump? Since we're going to start there, what else is the good word? So we got Ospreay wants to do stuff with Drew McIntyre. I feel like I saw something about the AEW chairman is going to pop up at a New Japan match coming up this week or something like that.
It could be New Japan Strong, which is filmed in LA. I haven't really been keeping up on that. I think they're starting their tournament for their new belt pretty soon. So I imagine Tony Khan will be there.
Yes.
Really, the only thing that they're really going heavy into is they're building towards Takagi Ospreay 2 for their next big show in the Tokyo Dome. So May 1st, I believe. So that'll be a really good one. They had an awesome match in the New Japan Cup. So, and if Ospreay wins, he gets Okada again, and clearly
we know where it is.
Make it rain, son.
I think I'm gonna watch that. I've watched some of the bigger New Japan shows before because they pop up on my cable. Such a one. I'll watch them, and I'll probably watch this one too.
They have free matches on the website too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they do free content. It's not necessarily the newest stuff, but they do put free matches up on the website, newjapanworld.com.
All right. Well, cool. Well, you guys heard it here. Head on over there. I'm going to join you guys this week. I'm going to try to watch some New Japan and watch. We're going to flip it. And then like in a month, I'm going to be in here talking about, I hate WWE. They don't know what they're doing. We only watch New Japan in this household. Pumps, why are you watching WWE? What's wrong with you? It's going to probably be some kind of weirdo, serendipitous type of flip around.
That would be a dream come true.
A dream come true. Well, let's move on to AEW since we talked about Tony Khan. Here's the question that I saw posed on the internet. And as two gentlemen who enjoy AEW a lot, the question has been posed, are there too many factions on AEW? People seem to think that there's just too many factions. The Young Bucks had some commentary like, look, folks have been booking factions for years. Do you guys personally think there are too many factions? Do we need more standalone superstars over at AEW? Is that even possible? Well, it might be possible after WWE's firings this week, but do you think it's possible? Pumps, is it possible?
To have breakaway? Well, Miro just left Kip Sabian, or Sabin rather.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, it's possible, but I mean, their roster is so bloated with people. But they also have the YouTube shows that pretty much nobody watch. So you can hide a lot of people on those shows and maybe make reference to them once a week.
This is what I like. Listen, and
yeah, you're a faction guy, Nate. What do you got?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm 100% a faction guy. And I feel like Tony Khan, who I think is my age, I'm 41. I think Tony Khan's in ballpark. And he is from the late 90s, 96 to, 01 or whatever, golden era of wrestling where, there was the Hart Foundation and there was the Nation of Domination and there was DX and there was the Ministry of Darkness and there was the Four Horsemen and there was, you know what I mean? Like all of these factions, and like I could get into it if it's booked properly. I think there's like the Rusev, like who's the video game posse that Rusev was in, right? That's what I call it.
Yeah, Kip Sabian.
Yeah, like I don't really consider that a faction. I'm like, all right, they're homies. It is what it is. Like, the Pinnacle, I consider a faction. The Dark Order, unfortunately, is still a faction. When Brody Lee was in it, that was made them more, the Inner Circle, the Taz, Team Taz or whatever. I just feel like Rusev was in, right? That's what if they add too many, then you're gonna have to ask people to watch the AEW Dark YouTube stuff, like you said, that not too many people watch, and that could maybe be a detriment to the talent they're putting into these break-off factions. To make a long story short, sorry.
No, that's cool. I know. I like that you was talking about that because it's true. Why do you think that people are not watching the AEW stuff on YouTube? That's been a real robust part of WWE's presentation. I know people seek out New Japan. What is it about the dark shows? I'm assuming that's where they're putting all the dark shows and all that. Why aren't people watching it? Is it a talent thing? Is it a booking thing? What's up with it?
Yeah, they usually have like one big name to try and hook you. A lot of times when you're watching the weekly show, they'll do the recap on a ticker, and it's like John Moxley defeated Tom Smith. And you're like, what? You're like, who? So, yeah, it's definitely a star. They don't put their stars on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen, I know a guy that's on AEW Dark, Carly Bravo, and I think that's super cool. You know, I know him through the internet, and I'm trying to get him on the show actually, because it's really funny how we met. So I won't ruin that, because if we get him on, it's funner.
Did you have another rat beef at a bar?
Yes, it was a rat beef. It was a rat beef.
All right, stop.
And now he's a wrestler, and he's on AEW Dark. Super cool. Anyway, so like for dudes, like I almost feel like Dark is their NXT, right?
Yeah, yeah, the original NXT, yeah.
Yeah, like right, like, and so didn't NXT now move to a different night? Like there's not even any more in Wednesday Night Wars.
There was a huge ratings bump for both shows.
Was this past week the first week that happened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and AEW cracked 1 million, 1.2.
That's awesome.
Yep.
See, that's dope. See, fuck the Wars.
Okay. And they're not even worried. So yeah, they're probably like, we ain't got to worry about the little YouTube. It's all good.
Yeah.
You know, just chop up the matches from the main show, throw pieces on there, make some highlights, and it's all good until they build it into something more robust. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to go over there to the AEW. See, y'all, I'm trying to venture outside my little comfort zone and consume more product, because folks this week were trying to test my gangster on some wrestling knowledge. And I'm like, okay, I'll show you bastards. I'm going to watch all the product. I'm going to watch everything. And then you really won't be able to see me.
Gangster. And as long as they weren't in-house.
Oh, no, hell no. Our
Well, me.
It's cool.
I know better.
Not you. Not you. Not the right-hand man. I'm the left-hand man, and you're the right-hand man, and Jay is the head of the table.
Oh my God, I can't wait till we take like some shots or something. We got to do something. Well, we got to, for sure, we'll have to do a WrestleMania, Texas WrestleMania next year. By then, you know, all the COVID will probably have infected the whole state, since they never shut down. So we'll be straight. We will be good to go.
Speaking of, I know I just brought it up. I know we just I don't want to spend too much time about WrestleMania last weekend, night 2, but can we talk about the main event for a minute?
We sure to hell can.
Sure.
Yes, for sure.
You know what? I was about to call out my favorite match of the weekend, and then I saw Walter and
Tommaso.
Tommaso. Ciampa, yeah. Walter and Ciampa. Who, buddy? Walter and Ciampa got it on. That was a hell of a match.
I mean, technically, it could be your favorite match of the weekend because that match was on Thursday. So
right, yeah, whatever.
Steiner math, you're in.
Yes, yeah, whatever. I watched that shit. Was like, oh boy, I am a Walter mark. I fucking love Walter. I think that he looks huge against all of the guys in NXT. I think that if he got the Randy Orton test, is what they call it, when you have a dude come on the main roster, put him next to Randy Orton and see how they look. And Walter looks like he's fucking 6'10", huge in NXT, but in reality, he's only like 6'4", 6'5", so he's like literally the same size as Randy Orton. But I don't care. I love him. I love Walter. I love his entrance music. I love everything about him. That was a fantastic match. But the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania, Edge and Daniel Bryan and Reigns, I thought was very good. Next to the Rollins Cesaro match, it was my probably favorite match of the weekend. With the Bianca Sasha match coming in third, right behind that. But that's just me. Here's my deal, and I don't mean to take up too much time, but Reigns' heel is like run right now is so good that I don't understand why they have to have him win every time. Like he needs like when Triple H was in this exact same scenario in the early 2000s, like Triple H was the main heel and he had to strap a lot, but he also lost. Like, in order for Reigns to solidify his fucking amazing heelness, he's got to lose. And the fact that, like, they didn't have him lose as a face, and now he's a heel, and they don't have him lose as a heel, like, humanize him a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Reigns needs to lose to...
Who's he going to lose to?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's
I want him to lose. I don't know. Like,
like the only way he'll lose now is if because Uso cousin messed it up or something. I feel like that's the only scenario right now where they'll have him lose a match, but he doesn't have a proper spoil yet. And that's funny because on my list of picks, after we talk about this, where do we go from here? Because now we're on the aftermath of WrestleMania and we got to figure out where these storylines are going to go. But back to this main event match, I agree with you, Nate, because what makes a bad guy even badder? I mean, Lex Luthor didn't win every single time against Superman, and he is the definitive heel. So, I mean, it's kind of disingenuous to have him win all the time.
The bad guy's got to lose. The bad guy's got to lose because then when the bad guy wins, it's that much more important. Like, Skeletor got his ass beat by fucking He-Man all the time. And then, like, when you thought he was going to, like, finally get his, you're like, ah, shit. You know, like, you know, Bluto and fucking Popeye. Like, Popeye fucked Bluto up every time. But then you were like, ah, shit. Maybe this one time he's going to get his deal. You know what I mean? And it's just, Reigns is just doing such great heel work that he needs to lose, because if he doesn't, it just doesn't, it hurts the level of heel work he's doing right now.
Who's going to beat him?
He needs to lose though, so he can hook up on somebody.
I know. I wouldn't have minded if Daniel Bryan beat him. I wouldn't have. Listen, if they gave it to, and then Reigns has a fucking meltdown about how he's the head of the table but he doesn't have the belt. Like, I don't know. Maybe not. But I don't know.
If there was somebody that could realistically beat him or needed to be, like, made from that, Finn Balor comes to mind just as a name.
Sure.
But if there was someone that needed it, because whoever beats him has got to be legitimate. With the run he's on,
Finn Balor would be great. Like, because wasn't it Finn who had to drop the belt years ago because he got injured or something?
Yeah.
So that's a good redemptive story for him. And just because he's better on the mic, he's a better total package than, say, who do they got the strap on right now? They've got fake accented Apollo. Let him enjoy his Nigerian drum reign right now.
Well, here's what I was thinking. It was because when I thought for a minute that Cesaro, fast forwarding to this week's SmackDown, I thought Cesaro maybe was gonna start a fucking program with Reigns, and I was like, okay, oh, dope. You put the right hand man in front of him. You put Jimmy in front of him. I get it. I like that. The fact that every time you try to come at Roman, you got to put Jimmy in front of him, and it just works. It's just a good. And then Paul Heyman, oh my God.
Paul Heyman's incredible.
Paul Heyman is, like, low key, like, is legit on the Mount Rushmore of promo. And it might be Heyman, Cornette, and then two wrestlers, but it's just, he's so good.
I was watching him this week, and I mean, they all have their own ways that they commit to their characters or whatever, but Paul Heyman, his entire body, everything is committing to when Roman comes out and the way he's looking at Roman.
Oh, it's the little things. He's so good. He's so good. It's like, Pumps, I know that you won't watch WWE unless you're forced to, but
you don't even have to watch the whole show. Roman's gonna kick it off.
Yeah. If you literally just watch the segments with
the intro and the close, that's all you need.
He's getting on CM Punk level heel, like when CM Punk was heel with Paul Heyman. And it's just good stuff.
I mean, I saw it at Mania. He never takes his eyes off Roman, or he never takes his eyes off the belt, or he presents the belt in a certain way.
Yeah.
Or it's the little nuanced things. Like, I get it. Heyman's phenomenal.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like on the most part, WWE product is not that great, but the 9 minutes of total shit you get of Roman each Friday is worth it. He's just so good. He's so good.
Man, you get walk out Roman, you get stand there and accept him, or what does he say now? Accept me, acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Yeah. And Jay's shirt, or Jimmy, whatever, it's just his right hand man. It's just so funny. It's so funny.
I got to get that acknowledge me shirt. I just want them to take off the stupid Superman punch silhouette. That's ruining the merch. Like, it's still like a last ditch effort to keep a little bit of baby attachment to Roman. Take that shit off. Just the font alone, make it some little Samoan-esque type of fonting on it or something. But the acknowledge me is.
I love that. I love that we know that the WWE's Big Kit is gonna be Roman and Rock, right?
Yeah,
of course.
It's gonna be 2023, right? That's the
right
Hollywood.
Here in Los Angeles.
Right here, right. So that's the cool thing, is that we get Roman to craft this heel character for 2.5 years. And I just hope that they let him do it. Like, he needs to lose. He needs to lose a little bit. He can't be this and then, because they're gonna bring The Rock in and he's automatically the baby face, which I'm fine with. I get it, but like, Roman needs some of these, within the next year and a half, some of these really good, 2 or 3 month feuds where maybe he flips the belt, back and forth a little.
You know what they could have done? Okay, so as we know, we'll talk about this. We're going to talk about the firings, WWE, no secret. Biggest news of the week, Samoa Joe gets fired. Perfect example of someone they could have put him in a feud with. Yes. They could have put him in a program with Samoa Joe for a good 3 months up until the next pay-per-view.
He's the only Samoan not part of the fucking, like, it's right in your face.
The canon is perfect. You got perfect canon right there. 100%. Right there. Roman could have been talking shit like, you don't even have no royal blood. Why are you out here? They could have done a whole thing. Okay, that's one. Then once that runs its course, boom. Then you get the Usos. Other Uso is coming back soon because we already know he's back training.
When is he back?
I don't know. He's still getting jacked up running ropes, so he ain't back yet. He's still very tenderfoot right now. His wifey posted a picture of him having like rope lines on his back from running ropes. Yeah, you ain't coming back. So you finally bring him back. You have him and Jey Uso turn on Roman. Boom. They do a thing where he beats both of their asses back and forth, 2-on-1 matches, whatever. You do that. Boom. That'll take you at least another couple months, and then you have them ultimately resubmit to the head of the table.
Right.
By then, you're back into full pay-per-view season, and then you just do a tournament where he's jacking up people here, jacking up this one, Cesaro, Big E, Apollo, whoever. Have him running through all the guys. You lead into the next WrestleMania, and you have The Rock just show up like they did Ronda Rousey the year before she made her debut. You just have him pop up. He just bought a house here. Salute to The Rock. Just bought a $30 million house here in LA.
Awesome. Yeah, great.
My God. Have him pop up, raise an eyebrow, have him talk a little. Now, we know who the real head of the table is, bruh. Settle down.
We build it. We're building next year.
Exactly. You don't see him no more for a long time. You put Roman, you rerun those feuds again, have everybody try to get their place. You bring The Rock back and be like, I got this.
Could you imagine they book all that, and then, like, because Pumps, you might know this, you might not, because I know you don't care about WWE, but has Alpha and Sika come out with Roman yet?
Not in a while.
Right?
That's a great idea because
Right.
they mention
Rikishi.
Alpha and Sika all the time.
Yeah, Rikishi hasn't come out with him either, right?
Nope. Rikishi
Right.
don't even talk to his own kids. So
Well,
he, you know.
my point is that could be a thing where like when you're gonna have Rock and Roman main event, you know, you've got, you know, Jimmy and Jay with Roman, and then you've got Alpha and Sika and Rikishi with Rock.
Woo!
And you've got, you know, the family is split up, and the winner gets to really be the head of the table. You know what I'm saying? You heard it here first.
See, Nate.
Those are some old men you're banking on.
I know, but whatever.
Those are some old men.
Everyone gets to eat. Boom.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do the whole thing, do the whole shit. Belt on Tamina too while you're at it. Hey, do the whole thing. Do the whole family. Why not? We had a very black ass WrestleMania. I'm ready for a Samoan one too. I'm with it.
Okay, so let's get to this week. I thought it was really cool by the Street Profits. When Bianca's husband, right? Is his husband? Yep. Did the whole pre fucking warm up for her to come down to the ring. I thought that was really super cool. I don't know. I just thought that was dope. I thought that was fresh that he got to big up his lady. And I thought it was cool.
I liked it too. And you know what made it even great? That they didn't put the belts on them. That would have been so disingenuous.
Right. I thought, you know what? I wouldn't even have watched that match, and I did because I was like, ah, shit, they're about to put the belts on the fucking Profits right now. They're gonna do it, and they didn't, and it was cool. But it was very neat for him to do that for his wife. I thought that was neat.
I love it. Yay, Bianca. We only wear gold in this house. I know that's right, Queen. We only wear gold in this house. But
it was fun.
Yeah, but I'm glad they didn't put the belts on them. Back to the whole Cesaro Roman thing. Unfortunately, Cesaro's just not that good on the mic. He just isn't. He just is not that good.
No.
I know. And I mean, we're gonna get a pay-per-view, right? We're gonna get a Cesaro Roman match.
Of course.
Right? Yeah, we're gonna get
WrestleMania Fastlane, is that what it's called now?
Yeah.
Backlash.
There it is.
Yeah, we're gonna we'll get that. And it sucks because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And they're just gonna do it and then move right along.
Yep. Let's run through some more of these people before we get into the shows. Let's talk about some more of these firings. So again, Samoa Joe, Mickie James. I like Mickie James, but I mean, that's not that surprising. She might have asked to be released because Mickey's been at it for a long time. You know, you never know. So, okay, not so heartbroken about that.
She'll pop up at the NWA. Her husband, Nick Aldis, is the world champ. I mean,
there you go.
There's a built-in story with her and
Mickie James was like, I didn't even know Mickie James was still hired.
She was on the Royal Rumble was the last time you saw her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
There's another one on the list that hasn't wrestled since 2019.
What was that?
Well, I was going to let Jay finish.
Oh, no. I was going to say, I didn't realize they got rid of Peyton Royce also. I thought it was just Billie Kay, but they didn't cut the whole Iconics. I feel a little low-key guilty. I shouldn't. We have no clout like that. But we talked about the Iconics so bad week in and week out. But, I mean, the fact is they weren't the best wrestlers. But
I love
compared to the rest of the roster, who's not named Bailey or Sasha, and Bianca's getting pretty good too, they were great on the mic. And keep them as a comedic act, if for no other reason. That's so weird to me. I'd rather have someone who's good on the mic and okay for WWE.
If you showed
someone good on the mic and okay on the wrestling.
If you showed me the AEW roster and then showed me like prices next to them, and I could swap that out for what the Iconics would bring to that roster. there are multiple people on AEW I could let go to slide that.
I already know where you're going to begin, but who would you suggest they cut?
I mean, they could cut a lot. They could cut a lot of the Dark Order. I'll tell you that much right now. They could cut 3/4 of that team.
There's only one woman in the Dark Order.
Oh, it doesn't have to be women, Pumps. It's dollar for dollar.
I assumed it was an equal swap. I'm sorry.
Now. We're all equal now.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what I mean? Okay. Stop thinking like that, you Neanderthal.
I know. I'm sorry. Well, Peyton Royce will be in AEW the minute her 90 days up because Sean Spears, her husband, is there.
I was going to say, yeah, her dude is the pinnacle. Does she come in as a baby doll role? Does she come in Jim Crockett, baby doll? I know, Jay, you might not know these references. But these are like 1986.
No, because she can actually go. I mean, and the Inner Circle doesn't really have someone for her to baby doll Cornette feud with.
Okay.
I mean, she could spar with Jericho, but I don't think they're on the same level on the mic. Her promos have gotten way better, but meh.
Baby doll, Jay, just so you know, Baby doll was kind of like the Miss Elizabeth of the WCW in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what the term of it. Yeah, because I big time.
Well, her name was Baby doll.
Yeah, her name was Baby doll.
Yeah, and she was like with one wrestler, and then they feuded, and then she ended up with another wrestler, and like, you know, kind of like Hogan and Savage. It was kind of like a deal.
I remember that. She ended up getting with Jake the Snake Roberts or something during the run. Wasn't there a time when he was in Randy Savage was in a thing with, or was it Ravishing Rick Rude?
Not in Crockett, but
no, yeah. Jake Roberts and Rick Rude got in a thing because Jake Roberts had Rick Rude had Jake Roberts' wife's
wipe on the back of his pants.
Yeah.
I remember that. See, that's when wrestling was still good. That's when I used to get up and watch it on Saturday morning with my cereal. So yeah, I remember that. I remember that vividly. I remember the first time Ted DiBiase brought out the $1 million belt. I remember all. It's crazy how I can remember all that. And then a lot of Attitude Era stuff is a blur. Maybe I don't know. I was in college. But then you get back into it and you get older. But all that, Jake the Snake, and oh yeah, I remember all that. Good times. So go ahead.
Billie Kay got released. I don't know where she'll end up.
Man, I like her so much.
She's great.
Does AEW not just get them as a package? They have to, right?
I think whoever signs them should get them as a package, but
have to. I mean,
but AEW has so many people.
Do you think that Sonya Deville is better on the mic than Billie Kay? What if Billie Kay was doing what they've got Sonya Deville? So I don't know if you know that, Pumps, but they've got Sonya Deville kind of like playing boss with
Yeah, she's like assistant to the GM, right?
Yeah, and I mean, she's not that good on the mic either. And so I never understand. I mean, they probably put her in that role because they're still worried about her with the whole crazy ass people breaking up into her house and all that, but I don't know. I need them to do something more with her because she's not getting any better each week. Maybe she needs to talk more, do some interviews or whatever. But it's no hate. I love you, Sonya Deville. I think you dope. Kalisto also gets cut.
Yeah.
Tucker, Bo Dallas, and Chelsea Green.
Bo Dallas hasn't wrestled since 2019.
How wild is that? That was one of my first ones, like, and Bo Dallas can wrestle.
He was an NXT champion.
Exactly. Does Bo Dallas go to AEW and just finally show what the fuck he's finally got?
I see him going to Impact.
Why didn't they just put him in some shit with the Fiend?
Because they don't want to acknowledge the fact they're brothers.
Oh Lord, they look alike. Don't do us that, WWE. And the Kalisto, I mean, that's sad, but we've got a lot of flippity floppity luchador type of wrestlers. So.
He could end up anywhere, and he could put on a decent match anywhere. I mean, he'll be okay.
Let's get to the real deal. It's Samoa fucking Joe.
Let's do it.
Well, Chelsea Green also got released because she refused to let them trademark her name.
I don't even know who Chelsea Green is. Well, Samoa Joe.
That's fine.
I'm just kidding, Pump.
No, go ahead, Samoa
Why you
Joe.
gotta be upset? Why you gotta be mad, bro?
I'm not. I'm here.
Samoa Joe.
Dun, 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 dun. Joe,
First of all, I'm upset that he's not going to get to take his music with him because Samoa Joe's music, dun, 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 that shit. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles have the dopest music in WWE without question.
Do you know how Samoa Joe got that music?
I do not.
When they were giving him music, the sound guy said, what do you like? And he said, I really love this song by Pharaoh Monch. You know that.
Get the fuck up.
Exactly.
The Godzilla one. Uh-huh.
Yes. That's how that.
Right.
He gave him that he gave the music guy that as a sample. Yes.
Can the Power Rangers show tell you where their musical score is coming from? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I'm gonna go ahead and say not probably.
Do they even have music?
I promise you they can't.
Other than their little shoo shoo shoo, do they even have any music?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Where do your Foley artists come from? You don't know. Who's breaking Stalks' salary to see a Megazord fight a Primal Zord? Nobody gives a fuck.
Oh, bars.
Exactly.
Anyway.
But yeah, Samoa Joe, what do you Pumps? You are the voice of reason.
Now, is he hurt? Is he hurt?
I had heard he was trying to get cleared.
And then he stood out in the rain for them bastards. Calling the fight for him to get fired the next Monday, assholes.
Yeah,
if he can get cleared though, he can go wherever he wants. Like he could do a run in New Japan with Jeff Cobb or Okada or anybody. He could have a strong style match. He could go. I mean, TNA, nobody from his time in TNA is still there. He could do that. Low key,
anywhere Samoa Joe goes, like that's another 21 to 27% chance I'm gonna watch their product.
I would too, to be honest. I've always liked him.
For me personally, I really like Samoa Joe, and I really hope that he gets what he deserves. It's just ring psychology wise, he was one of the best heels the WWE had, and they never even used him as that. That whole run when he was like going against AJ Styles and he was like talking shit about his wife and his kids and shit, like that shit was like, that was dope. Like that was like it was believable. It was cool. Like
those Styles promos were so bad though.
He was wearing them out. It was a little low key rapey, but it was masterful. It was masterful.
Here's what I like is that Pumps shook his head and knew what we were talking about, because that's when Pumps watched the E. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when he was actually paying attention.
Oh, I thought you were talking about TNA in like 07. Oh no.
On Raw? Was that when were they both on Raw?
I was talking like Joe and AJ in like 2013-ish did a whole deal too.
No idea that happened.
You're so cool, bro.
Look at that. Do the Power Rangers show tell you who was playing the Red Ranger in the 80s to be playing the Red Ranger in the 90s? Nope. I don't think so.
Sure don't.
They don't.
They probably have him on.
Sure don't. Oh, fair enough.
So yeah, salute to you, Samoa Joe, wherever you land. We are going to make a concerted effort to watch you wherever you go. Another little, before we go back to the firing, my other AEW news that I had here on my list is that Thunder Rosa is trademarking her company, Mission Pro Wrestling. So she is making the moves to trademark that. If she trademarks her company, Pumps, what does this mean for her? How does that even work? If you're already on one platform and then she's starting another platform, I know the other ones aren't as ridiculous as WWE was sharing their talent and doing matches and stuff, but how does that even work?
Low key, before Pumps answers, is her logo Mission like the tortilla company? Because that's funny. That's funny.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
If that's the case, if low key, if that was, hey, that's clever. If it is,
Is it?
It is.
Or is it problematic?
No, it's clever. That's funny.
Okay.
I like that. If I really hope that it's the Mission Tortilla Company, her Mission Pro Wrestling, because that's dope.
I'm thinking maybe it's on a mission because she's the woman. I'm thinking it's probably more that, but I could be wrong. But yes, how does that even work?
When people flip other logos for their shit, I think that's cool. Like, you know, like
you booked this whole angle of her stealing a logo. Now I'm gonna look it up.
See?
That's cool though. Listen,
he's feeling you, Nate. He has to look it up. He's feeling you.
You know the whole thing is like Chick-fil-A, like in their font. Like I have a shirt that says Cobra Law in the Chick-fil-A font. You know what I'm saying? So like it's my thing, but in another company's font. And that's where if her thing is Mission Pro Wrestling, I know that that's also a tortilla company and it's also some Lucha Libre shit. That would be fresh if she had flipped the Mission logo. Anyway, I've dug myself a bigger hole. Let's continue.
They're not even close.
What's her logo look like?
Yep, that's not it. That's not what I thought about.
Oh. 2 wings?
Well, you know, with wings.
That is so, I don't know. Maybe it's because we're from LA. That's so uninspired. It looks like she was driving down like Melrose and was like, you know what? Look at those wings. That'd make a great logo.
We have this stupid ass mural here in town.
People can stand in front of it and take pictures.
Yeah, we have a mural like that in the Gulch. It's called the Gulch, and it has wings like that, and it's it's the worst.
Oh, Nate, you're disappearing. We can't see your phone when you do it.
It doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter. Let's continue.
Was that your Cobra Law Records shirt?
Yeah, I was trying to show the Mission Tortilla logo, and it isn't.
Oh yeah, I looked it up. No, they're not even close.
Nope, it doesn't matter at this point.
But back to your point, AEW has never tried to claim ownership of anything, and they've never prohibited people from doing other shows. Joey Janela caught COVID in Alaska working an indie show back when the pandemic was still.
Bro, I forgot Joey Janela was even part of the AEW roster.
That's what I'm saying. They have too many people.
Right. Right.
But yeah, so I mean,
so are they adding some more?
I mean, they just recently came to terms with Evilise. I don't really know the deets on that, so I don't know. I mean, it's Tony Khan. His dad's got the money. It's not like
does Bo Dallas show up and become the leader of the Dark Order?
No.
Huh?
Really feel?
Right? No, they keep exploiting the child, and I'm sick of it.
Come on, though. He's like the brother of the fucking Bray Wyatt of the Fiend. He comes back. He's in their shit.
Do you remember if John Cena lost the title? Do you remember?
Think about it.
I'm gonna explain your scenario in a very simple statement, if you'd let me, sir. Do you remember if John Cena lost the title to CM Punk, he was fired at Money in the Bank? You remember that? Okay.
Yes.
Do you remember the house
one of
show?
The only 5-star matches that America's had in years.
Do you remember the house show matches where Juan Cena wrestled? Because that is what you're proposing. You can't get the Fiend, so you're going to get the friend.
Right.
Well, the brother. Same blood.
Yeah. I know. I'm kind of for it.
He needs about 30 pounds on him, but it's doable.
He'll come in as Bo Tunda. It won't even be like anything creative.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a fan of the Bo Leave shit. That was funny. When it was like Bo Leave, I was into it. I
like the B team. The B team used to make me laugh.
Yeah, the B team was good.
I like that.
Where's Curtis Axel?
Good question. Maybe he got fired at the beginning of COVID. I don't even remember.
Curtis Axel still available? Pumps?
As far as I know.
Okay.
Put them back together, united, and it feels so good.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
I thought he might have got caught up in that DiBiase money thing, but no. Sorry.
You love that's your fucking shit.
I didn't scam the church out of millions of dollars. Ted and Ted Jr. did that. Allegedly.
Jay, take the show away from him.
No, but I was gonna say we fired all these people, and you still have Velveteen Dream still works there.
Oh, my man's in them. Arf, arf.
Dumbass with the scooter still works there.
Oh, that's awful.
There's lots of people still working there. Rick Swan barely had an allegation, and he got fired, but it probably was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah, is he like wrestling for championships and Impact?
Yeah.
He is, I believe, wrestling Kenny at their upcoming pay-per-view for
he
their
sure
title.
is. See, I knew that too.
Boom.
So
here's the thing.
Paying attention this week.
Here's the thing. Let me tell you the difference between wrestling and Power Rangers.
Ooh.
Break it down.
Let me get my notes.
Do you have a second?
Do you have a second to talk about our Lord and Savior Power Rangers?
It's that we can come on here and talk. Us three. Chopping it up. Kicking around the old can, if you will.
Pluck.
Right? And there are multiple federations and organizations that we might miss. And there are storylines and wrestlers and amazing things happening in those federations, organizations, whatever. That also rhymed. I'm a rapper.
Period.
So, the Power Rangers. You just get the one show you get.
That's it.
That's it. And you guys got to break down that whole thing where we could come up here and start talking, and then Pumps might pop up with some shit that happened in DDT Pro Wrestling in Japan. And Jay might pop up with some NXT stories from back in the day with people that are on the roster now. And I might pop up with I'm drunk and might not be able to do the show. Either way, our shit is way more fly than infinitely than any of that other shit.
Facts.
I don't know where I was going with that, but I landed the plane at some point. Jay, I'm going to have to ask you to take the reins now and pick it back up.
If everyone could remain seated until the plane comes to a complete stop, please keep your seatbelts fastened, and our flight attendants will come around to direct you when you can stand and open the overhead bin.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I don't know who these legions of Power Ranger people are. I don't know. I think it's some payola at play. You feel me? I don't know no grown-ass Power Ranger fans, but that's okay. That's a whole nother show for another day. But pro wrestling, the number one trending topic anytime there's a pay-per-view, and not even just WWE pay-per-views. When the other pay-per-views are going on, number one trending topic on Twitter, whether it's New Japan, AEW.
When are we getting our Pumps? I'm kicking this to you, Jim.
Yes.
When are we getting out of the Thunderdome? When are we getting into some real actual touring wrestling shit? This year or no?
Best guess, I'd say August.
And is that going to be a AEW initiative where they just say, "Hey, we're going to be the first touring brand of wrestling to get ahead of it"?
No, I don't. They don't have enough of a foothold in the media to control that narrative. So I mean, like they've had fans for how long, and so has New Japan. But like wherever you look, it's always WrestleMania had X amount of thousand people. Like
right.
It's never. You're never going to be able to beat the media conglomerate. You know, you can't.
We also heard of some COVID situations coming out of WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, weren't there some people that were posting like, "I'm positive, but fuck it, I'm going to Mania."
Oh, shit. That's totally not surprising.
Florida. Of course,
Florida.
Yeah. I think
Cue the little meme with the Bugs Bunny shaving Florida.
AEW has tickets on sale for events. I want to say in like Philly or Pittsburgh or something. So I mean, they plan on getting back to it this year. But I wouldn't think before summer. And then after that, you got the Jericho Cruise in February. Good luck with that.
Chris Jericho has a cruise?
You're not going on it? You're not going on the Jericho Cruise?
Chris Jericho has a cruise.
Yeah, they shot an episode of Dynamite from the cruise 2 years ago.
What the hell are the activities on the Jericho Cruise?
Q&A panels, podcasts.
QAnon panels.
Yes. Reading the Constitution. How to shelter your tax dollars. Podcast panels.
The chicken and walls fulls of Jericho.
Yes. All the Fozzy concerts your ears can handle.
Can you imagine how I don't know if I'd feel safe on a cruise like that.
Who is it? Does like Carnival, or does he have like a major backer for it? Is it
he rents the ship.
But is it like Carnival?
I'm not sure who. It's a scaled down boat. It's not like the Princess of the Sea or whatever. It's like the
Have you been on a cruise, Pumps?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Cozumel. It was phenomenal. From Nolan's.
That's nice.
Jay, have you been on a cruise?
I have.
And
I cruised from Fort Lauderdale to the Bahamas and a couple of the islands in the Bahamas and back.
Perfect. Does everybody have a very good feeling about cruise lines?
Okay, well, what do you mean? This is okay. So I'll tell you my little cruise story, and you got to remember this is like early, like 2000, maybe 2001. So me and my best friend from college, like we had made this pledge that we're going to try to take a trip until we have kids and stuff that ruin your life and don't let you go nowhere.
By the way, none of this kind of shit comes up during the Power Rangers, fucking whatever shows.
Exactly. Whatever the hell they're talking about over there, it ain't as lit as this.
Nope, none. This is real shit.
We're going on the cruise, right? And we're a little bit just too lifted, getting ready for the cruise to drive to the hotel. See, so here's the problem. We thought the cruise was leaving from Miami.
Oh no.
But it was absolutely not. It was from Fort Lauderdale or Fort Canaveral or somewhere else. And we had an Astro van because all of the other cars at the rental place were taken. When I tell you, if I'm ever in a police chase, maybe I want to do it in a van because I didn't know the van could go that fast. So we're right, Billie Jean. So we're taking this, we're busting it to get to this cruise, and we're calling them saying that obviously this is like security precautions be damned. We're calling them, hold the boat. We're almost there. And these fools held the boat from us. We're all packed and stuff. But the comedy is we had the party favors in our bag, didn't have time to really put them anywhere. They were so telling us, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up to get on the boat. They just put our bags right on through. Didn't even pay attention to them in the scanner. I jumped out the van so fast. I didn't put it in park. The damn van almost rolled off the dock. It was a whole lot going on. But we made it onto the boat. We sat there and we cried once we got on the boat. And then by the time we got on there and got to late at night, that wasn't a good look for me because all I could see was water. And I don't know if it was the ancestors or just abject fear because I don't want to be out in the middle of nobody's water ever again in my life. I didn't see nothing but water and I didn't like it.
Fair enough.
So yes, that's my cruise story.
Fair enough.
So that's a no for Jay on the Jericho Cruise.
All right.
Jay is not really their demographic, I feel, for the Jericho Cruise. So I probably wouldn't go anyway.
Yeah. I'm not going either.
Could
Why
you
not?
imagine if I
You love Fozzy.
Could you imagine if I popped up on the Jericho Cruise with like a blonde, like a wig, a blonde wig, and like a flag bikini?
Now listen, if the Illuminerdi was trying to send us on the Jericho Cruise,
Oh, I'd go. Yeah, for
We
sure.
could do a live remote.
1,000,000%, are you kidding me? We would
I'd
go.
go with you guys. I'd go with you guys.
Oh yeah, we would have the left hand and right hand man shirts. Shay would come with us. He wouldn't be thrilled about it, but he would have to come anyway. Yeah. Shay would talk about how much he hated everything. That would be funny.
Shay would never even come out of his room. It'd be like 3 a.m. and then he'd come out like, so what's up? What's going on? But yeah, if you guys want to send us on the Jericho Cruise, I've been fully vaccinated. Send your
I get
donations.
my first vaccination this Thursday. We're good to go.
So we're ready. I'm going to get my Stars and Stripes clothing, and we're going to be good to go. We're going to be good to go. So now we are at the hour. We are coming up on an hour. Anything good for the close of the show? Pumps, anything you want to tell the good people through your mustacheless face before we close it?
Through your mustacheless face.
Yes, Ring of Honor's 500th episode is this week. It's going to be a really big show. Go out and support Ring of Honor if you can. They're doing some probably the best American pro wrestling going right now, and that's a pretty big praise coming from me and my snobby ass. Other than that, stay safe. It's rough out there. How about you, Nate?
Yeah, mustacheless face. Hey, you can find me on all this stuff at Nathan As Skill. Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, whatever. I might actually have a new 30-minute podcast I do. It's just me ranting, and it's called Digital Skeletons.
Okay, so Nate,
how long before you get canceled?
So are you doing like deep dives into?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna kind of talk for 30 minutes. And like, the skeletons in your closet called Digital Skeletons. And yeah, it's gonna be me probably saying things that I regret. But it is what it is.
So it's like your last podcast.
Yeah, so it's like my last podcast.
Let me know if you need me to do some research for you, because I'm into that. And I can do that in anonymity. You just let me know, because I love to get in the business. And if I could do it in complete anonymity, I would enjoy that greatly.
Perfect. Yeah. So, I'm going to do a thing. It's called Nathan As Skills Digital Skeletons. Yeah, it's going to be coming this summer. So that's all I got, Jay.
Ooh, and I want a shirt of that too. That sounds dope. All right. Well, you know what it is with me. Make sure you subscribe to Bad Culture TV. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to 10,000. I just want to see 5 numbers. I just want to log into to YouTube and my channel have 5 numbers, and that would be great.
0, 0, 0, 0. 10,000.
So, maybe I'll do like a giveaway or something, because I get so much shit every week that maybe I'll do like a cool giveaway, like a swag giveaway to the 10,000th follower or subscriber or whatever when they pop up, because I got a bunch of shit.
I'll make fake accounts just to get that.
I don't give a damn. Everyone go out there and set up all them fake Gmail accounts and subscribe to Bad Culture TV. And, follow me, Giandra LaBeouf, on Twitter, Giandra_LaBeouf on Instagram. Too, if you're more of a professional type of person. So, but with that, and that's all I got. So make sure you are subscribed to the Illuminerdi, even the damn Power Ranger shows. Make sure you are subscribed to the Illuminerdi YouTube channel. Follow the Illuminerdi on Instagram, and visit the website. Lots of stuff going on. We're still the stepchildren of the website, but that's okay.
Even the garbage can gets a steak. You know what I mean?
Even the garbage can gets a steak once in a while. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you next week.